go.
Yeah, how's it going? So, as you can hopefully see over my shoulder, I have picked some grapes. They're still a little bit early. I think we're about a week and a half, 2 weeks away from harvest time for the wine. But the two vines that we have, or two vines that I've picked, are both right next to the top well. So they're actually the highest elevation vines on the land. And the red vine last year took me by surprise, and I lost all the grapes on it because we left it too late and they'd all over-ripened and started to sort of raisin. So this year I've been keeping an eye on them and keep testing them, tasting them, and they're pretty good to go. So what I'm going to do today is make some jerepiga. Jerepiga is like a local liqueur, I guess, grape juice based liqueur. So it's grape and aguardente, which is like a distilled grape must. It's fire, absolute fire. It's not too dissimilar to port in terms of how it tastes, but it's more sort of local to this region. So yeah, I'm going to make some of that. Hopefully better than last year, because last year it re-fermented in the bottle and went all fizzy. It's disgusting. So hopefully this year we'll keep an eye on it, take some more measures to make sure that doesn't happen. But yeah, so we've harvested these two vines. What it also does is give me an excuse to make the grape juice, and I can take a bricks measurement, sugar measurement from the vines up here to get an idea of how far behind the vines further down the land are. So here we go. In case you're wondering why I'm mixing them, it's because we don't quite have enough red grapes to do the one. So the idea is we leave this for 24 hours and it almost like starts fermenting, but before it starts going like proper, then we pour in all the aguardente and that stops everything. But depending on the colour of it, after 24 hours I might give it another 24 hours to bring out a bit more of the red, but we will see. We'll see what it looks like in 24 hours time. Now, I'm not going to get inside this bucket and foot stomp it like we would do if we were making proper wine, so we'll have to use our hands. So we are now 24 hours later. It's cloudy, look. First day in months that we've had a slight change in weather. Checked on the grapes. The fermentation was going a little bit more than I would have wanted to, so I just went ahead and pressed it. It was all a bit frantic, so I didn't really get the footage. Yeah, I'll show you now. There we are. Looks like a nice rose colour. There's a few bits still left inside it. So we'll leave it in there for a month probably. Let it all settle down. There'll be a bit of sediment still because it's still freshly pressed. Then we will siphon it out into bottles. We've got about 5 litres in there. So that's 1 litre of aguardente to 3 litres of grape juice that has fermented for 1 day. So fresh wine, young wine. There we go, I'll let you know how it tastes. Just want to share this amazing product that we've been sent. Thank you very much Reolink for sending us this Argus Pro 3, which is a solar powered, completely mobile CCTV camera. And you can add a few different cameras to it and you can operate it all through your phone. We've actually wanted one for a while. Some of our friends have got these, and obviously with us being completely off grid, we can have this set up, hide it in an olive tree and be able to keep an eye on our land, which is brilliant. It's actually pretty snazzy. It's got colour night vision. It's really handy. We're going to try and set it up and do some wildlife spotting and stuff. So far, the thing we've used it the most for is actually spying on the dogs when we go out. It's kind of one of those things you've always wanted to do, isn't it, if you've got dogs? Let's see what they actually do. It's quite hilarious. I'll show you some screen recorded footage. So you can actually talk through it. It's got like a two-way talking thing, so you press a button on the app. And then yeah, you can talk to the dogs and reassure them or scare away any trespassers. It's got a really bright light and like a motion detector. We had it set up in the kitchen so that it wouldn't be triggered by the dogs, but if a human walked in there then it would trigger and it blinds you. It's really bright. Really impressed, especially for the price. You always just assume that these things are really expensive. It's completely weatherproof, so we can leave it outside all weather. So yeah, it'll be really handy, especially when we go back to Wales or go away from the land for a couple of days and we can keep an eye on things. The only thing that you do need is a stable Wi-Fi connection. So you can get called like wireless dongles, like mobile Wi-Fi. You just get one of those. If you're interested in one of these, we do have a link that gives you a discount in the description of the video.
What are you doing on the table?
So a scene you won't have seen in a while is us being out in the sun. It's 3 o'clock and it's 27 degrees. Not sure what's happening. We're not going to get any rain or any weather, but it's nice and cool. So, no excuses, going to get some stuff done. So, this big old patch of mimosa behind us here needs to go. There is a whole forest of mimosa behind here that belongs to our neighbour, but we obviously can't do anything about that. So, we want to get rid of all this. A lot of the wall is falling down. So I'm going to try and clear as much of this mimosa as possible now. A lot of the wall is a bit unstable and falling down because of the mimosa roots. So I think a lot of it we'll just have to pull down and then rebuild. It's going to take a very long time, it's a very long job, and it's a very long wall. It's about 70 metres altogether from the house all the way to the end. So yeah, lots of work to do. This will be kind of a job on and off throughout the winter and the autumn, in between fixing up the kitchen. Yep, there we go. It's cleared up that view a little bit. I have a slightly better idea of what we have to deal with now. This wall over here doesn't actually look too bad. This bit here is slightly dodgy looking, but just need to work out what's going on with this bank down here and how far down the wall goes. So we'll have to do some excavation work and see what happens there. So yeah, it's just this bit here up until the plant pots that you can see where the wall needs properly rebuilding, but we want to eventually put like a concrete cap on the top and then apply some more secure fencing across the top. So yeah, here we go, not bad for an afternoon's work. There's some piles of mimosa now that we need to cut down into stakes like we have done here.
So I've been soaking a few of these beans that I grew last year, and one thing I find with using dried beans is they take so long to cook, and I only want a few. It seems like kind of a waste of gas because it takes about 40 minutes to cook them. So I'm trying out the hay box cooking method. I'll show you. I just need to put these on to boil first for 10 minutes. This is going to be my box. Normally you would insulate with hay, but we have some insulation left from doing the cabin roof. So I'm going to fill it with that first. The box is fully lined. It's not very nice stuff, so I'm going to try and cover it in plastic now to stop any of the particles escaping. Definitely not using this wool blanket much at the moment. It's like 33 degrees today. Okay, so the beans have just been cooking for 10 minutes now, so I'm going to put them into the insulated box and I'm going to leave them for 4 to 5 hours completely covered, and don't open up the box, and that should retain the heat and cook the beans without using any gas. And I think especially because it's hot outside, that's going to keep it really warm as well. So yeah, I read about this back when the pandemic first hit and people were losing their jobs and finding ways to save money, and I think now with the price of gas and just the environmental impact of using something like this is really great, so I hope it works. And I also love that it means I can just cook a smaller batch of beans because our fridge isn't reliable enough that I would want to store anything cooked in there. I guess I could look into canning some smaller batches, but for now we're still living very simply, so these are all long-term plans. But yeah, I'm gonna see how this goes. I'm pretty excited. talked into the olive tree. This hat makes it so you don't see branches.
So, quick booze update for you. I did the Jerepiga 5 days ago now, 4 days ago. I've tried to pick this up as gently as possible. But you go, see how it's cleared already? There's some sediment at the bottom. It smells lovely. I haven't tasted it yet. And then we have the plum wine, which is also a lovely, lovely colour. It's also plenty heavy. Oh. So yeah, now we wait. Might just have a sneaky taste of the Jerepiga on Grape Harvest Day, which will probably be in a couple of weeks.
It's a good looking cabbage. It's now 8:30, 4 hours later. Let's see how it's doing. Still feels warm in there. Albi. Oh, it's really warm. It's a bit dark in here, but let's see. Oh, it does feel a little bit al dente. I reckon that could do with another 10 minutes cooking. So I think I didn't leave it long enough, maybe another hour, but we want to eat soon, so I'm just going to cook it for 10 minutes and see how we are. The haybox oven wasn't a complete success because I don't think I left it long enough, so I'm going to keep experimenting with how long to leave the beans, and I will, once I have figured out the perfect time ratio, I will write that in the description if you're watching this in the future. So very sad news, My pride and joy watermelon has split. I don't know if that's because of lack of water or what, but I'm going to pick it. I think the ants have already found the hole, so maybe they did it. Gutted, but there we go. You win some, you lose some when you garden. Good one. Looks good, it's just the bottom is damaged, which I think is from ants. That's good.
Is it tasty?
Yeah, only the bottom was bad.
So it is ready.
It's delicious.
Oh my god. Our own melon.
Do you go sit? So last year I also grew one single watermelon plant, the only one that survived, and I had this cute tiny watermelon growing on it and I was so proud of it. And then one day a mouse, I'm guessing, came along and chewed the roots off the bottom of the plant, so it just shriveled up and died. I was heartbroken. And then this year, this one growing, it's right in front of where we sit, and I've just been watching it every day. It makes me so happy. And then yesterday I saw this split in the bottom and I was just gutted, so I just opened it up to see what it was like inside, and I am so happy that it's probably the most delicious watermelon I've ever eaten. It's got like a much more of a jamminess than any that we've bought from the supermarket, so all has not been lost. I have had my own melon. Who needs TV when you have the drama of a garden, eh?